Alright guys, we are 5 games away from Legend. So sitting at 2 diamond with 2 stars. So 5 wins will get me there. This Dragon Hunter deck, or excuse me, Dragon Warrior deck has been phenomenal so far. I've gone 8-1 with it so far since I started playing it. So yeah, hard to argue with that. Alright, playing against Rogue. Interesting, okay. This could be alright. A little slow if I don't get a 1-drop here. Okay, very slow. Fair enough. But this deck has got some serious staying power, so I'm alright with that. So, looks like so far I'm 41-23 in games. What is that, 64 games total? I was hoping to make Legend by about 60 or 70 games total, so pretty much on track with that so far. Wow. I could play Dream Planner, but I don't think it's very good. It is a body.
What now?
I get the feeling that Sanguine Depth's armor is the correct call here. But I really don't like the idea of having such little board presence at this stage of the game. Normally, these guys are really doing work so far in the early game. Only problem is if I use Dream Planner, what mode do I choose? I don't think I impact the battlefield. I don't want to pick the mode to spend a bunch of mana because I already have some of my top end in my hand, so I could deal damage, but I don't know that that's worth it. Yeah, I'm going to trust my gut here. Could be incorrect also not to attack, but like if I draw a Stadium Announcer, kind of annoying, but I think Elise is probably the play next turn.
A limited time offer.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see what we get off of Elise.
I remember this place well.
This is normally the call, but 3 Raptors doesn't seem bad. It does help mitigate some of the loss of tempo I've had so far this game. Yeah. So I can get, 12 power of guys every other turn. That's pretty awesome. Let's just do this. Okay.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Okay. Wow, they picked quickly. I get the feeling they saw something very good they liked. Come on, King Lane already. Boo. And that gives all characters, so that'll be me too. Yeah, I don't know that I can justify anything else. I think that's fine. Do I want to take 6 here? I have King Lane in my hand, so if they Garona, I would go down to 10. think it's okay. Gonna take the risk.
No force on Azeroth can stop me.
Well then.
Blood and plunder.
Oh boy.
What now? You rotten drake!
Ooh. So that's an elemental, and then there are 3 dragons that this could copy. So I think that's pretty solid here. I kind of want to play King Lane. I don't know that that's a super great call. I'm not losing much momentum, I suppose. Let's do this. What do we draw? Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That worked out well. So question is, if they attack with their weapon and it throws the guy at the hero, me, does that work if the weapon kills the minion? I would imagine that only works if the minion's still alive, which means it would have to have 6 or more health, is my guess at least, but I'm not sure. Yep, still works like that. Okay.
What pretty petals!
Gave me another dream planner. Fair enough. Let's do that. And I'm not activating the Terror Run yet because I want to be able to get that bonus on other minions. If I just get 3 2-1s, then it kind of nullifies the bonus of the other one. It just gives me +2 attack on my hero that's relevant. Oh. Does that mean they get... Wait, what? Oh, wow. So because their hero is not a rogue hero, it recasts every card they've played this game. Not just every card from another class, because it's a different class than what they are now. That's nuts. Wow. That's really crazy. That's very well played.
You really put the old hee-ho into it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, thank goodness for Dracorex here. That'll come in handy. I guess I could... Well, there's that. Okay. Alright, probably just gonna Wind Peak work him then. Okay. Well, this just, okay. This just got out of hand. Very out of hand. I don't like this. I want to go home. What is happening? Wind Peak seems like the right call here. Let's see what we draw for this.
No one will take me from my throne.
Yeah, I think I'm going to chill here. Yeah, I think it was the correct call to do the 5 what's it called? The copy of 5/5 minion on Terror Run, but it felt correct to use the 2 1s and the +2/+0. Just for sake of the tempo there, but yeah, this is a crazy game. Ooh, that's helpful. So now we can Gnarlex and Fyrak.
Go forth on swift wings. My hatred cannot be contained.
Alright, well, I have 10 cards in my hand, so I gotta do this, I think. And I'm actually tempted to do this. It doesn't seem ideal, but it would be an extra 2 damage. I would deal with my hero, and then I'd have 2 2/1s for next turn. Yeah, they're running real low on cards now.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Jeez. This is busted. Jeez, okay. That was pretty good. Oh, good timing. Nope, I'm still dead. Dang. They got exact damage. On the turn, I got Zilliax. Man! Okay. So now we're 6 games away from Legend. Shoot. Alright, still very attainable. Let's go. Wow. That was very impressive. I have never had a rogue player, in this standard metagame at least, go off that hard. That's so nuts. That's craziness. Wow. I'm gonna be right back, gonna grab some caffeine. Oh my god.
Geralt versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
That really just happened, okay. Good draw, good draw. Yep, I was just going to say, pretty much every paladin I've played on this Legend run has been aggro paladin. Haven't seen a single aura, no bubble paladin. You know what? Let's ruin their day. What can you do now, buddy? I'm even going to follow it up with Sanguine Depths. Come on now. This ain't even fair.
The exit is this way.
Yep, that's not living. None of that will survive. Yeah, not gonna attack. I'm gonna save this for another minion. If you can just make sure their minions don't survive more than a turn or two, you're normally safe against them. I still don't understand why this deck is as popular as it is. I guess it's easy to play for the most part, so it's just so easily countered. Like, every now and then you catch somebody off guard and you're like, oops, I killed you on turn 4. But that's so infrequent now in my experience.
Leave the egg. Avast ye.
Sure. Yeah, now they have to attack my minions. Like, this is a pretty much unwinnable position for them. Now I get rid of their weapon? Like, come on. I feel like I'm getting trolled right now. Like, this is just not... That draws Dark Rider, I guess. Trigger the Death Rattle with a friendly mech. They don't have any mechs with Death Rattle, I don't think. Yeah, it's fine. It's better than what they had.
Avast ye. Dive and destroy.
I'm just going to keep this up because it's 1 damage I can throw at a minion, 2 if I play the other one. Wow. Amazing.
The victory
Yeah.
is yours.
There's no way they get through that. Alright, 1-1. Back to where we started. 5 games away. So is that 64, 66 games in.
Garrosh versus Malfurion.
The Legion must be destroyed. Now you're sailing on my seas.
I'm not sure if I want to lease against Demon Hunter. She's probably fine. I've got 2 turns to draw a dragon for Broodkeeper, so I think I'm alright.
Legion dies, or I die with it.
Perfect.
What horror relax.
Excellent.
Behave, you rotten drake.
Well, I was hoping I would get something that costs a little bit less, so then I could potentially have a turn like 6 Wind Peak, because I'm probably going to Elise on turn 4. But I guess Dracorex is okay. fine. I'll take the Dracorex, I guess. I mean, I could take Conflux Crasher, but Dracorex is just better, especially with the Reborn. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and then I'm gonna hold up the weapon, because that gives me the ability to kill that 3/3. Oi, okay.
I remember this place well.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. And, I guess the armor's not bad. I was really hoping to make a copy of a minion. The armor's probably more reliable than this is.
Avast ye!
Totally fine with me. Okay. Tusk Piercer tells me that they are playing Cliff Dive. Okay. That gets a little bit more interesting. I would like to Terror Run, but I think the right call is Peddler and Whelp. Because that gives me Wind Peak next turn for 5. Which I think would be good pressure on them. If I Terror Run, I'm not exactly putting any pressure.
What pretty petal!
Yeah, Whelp is also very good against Cliff Dive decks. I mean, they could get... God, what is his name? I can't remember his name, but it's like 8 mana, Dormant, deals 3 damage at the end of the turn. Malfa something, I think. I played Cliff Dive so much and I can't even remember the cards in it. Ay, ay, ay. Fair enough. I don't hate Wind Peak here. It seems good. Let's just get rid of one of those guys. Not the greatest, but saves a little bit of headache. And since I've played one Wind Peak, I'll have a dude to attack with next turn, hopefully. But the second Wind Peak will be great for the Dread Seed here. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Come on, man. Alright, fine. Hero Power, Dangerous Cliffside. Interesting. Okay, Fey Trickster. That is one way to draw Cliff Dive. Okay. So I need to play around Cliff Dive heavily now. think this is the right call. I have not seen anybody play Fey Trickster and Cliff Dive. That's cute. I was actually gonna play Fey Trickster in a version of Searing Reflection Paladin, but in Cliff Dive, that's fascinating. Because if you Cliff Dive and get it, you attack with it. I mean, ideally you attack with it and kill it on something, and then get the other Cliff Dive. So that really helps your combo potential by a lot. Yeah, very interesting. I like that. Well, this will come in handy soon. I think the Terror Run is good here. I think I'm going to Dark Rider first, though. Just in case we get something that's worth playing. Oh my goodness, that's a big boy right there. 12-13 for 7. This could be okay, but I think 12-13 is great. So I can char... Yeah, we're going to char... Believe it or not, I think we're going to char the Trickster. Give +5 to something in our hand. I don't have a dragon, but I think that's okay. Yeah, totally fine. I was really hoping that would hit Dracorex, but... Yeah, if I had another dragon out, then I would have just played the Peddler, but I think it's okay here. Because this also makes their Cliff Dive much worse. If I've only got a 2-1, then they don't really have anything to attack. I mean, if they get... okay, they're doing it anyway. There it is. They got the weapon, so I'm going to take 8. Wait, what? That triggers at the end of the turn. Holy crap. See, I figured that Briar Spawn would not actually trigger. That's crazy. Okay then. Holy crap. Alright, so yeah, I gotta start playing Briar Spawn in my Cliff Dive decks, because that's pretty good. I thought that the trigger stacked the other way. Since Briar Spawn happens after Cliff Dive, I figured that trigger would not resolve because Briar Spawn would be sent back. But wow. Wow. Dracorex seems good here. I'm tempted to do this, though, because that's a lot of power. I don't want to accidentally die. Like, if they've got another Cliff Dive, and they get, like, double Illidari Inquisitor, then I could just be dead. That'd be 8, 16, 17, 18, plus hero power is 19. I mean, I guess... Yeah, that's unfortunate. So they'll probably hit my 6/6. Yup, there we go. And then attack me. I take 8. So thankfully I can gain some armor here. What else we got? Okay, Bob is helpful. Thank goodness. 5 armor's great. That can get anything from my deck. I don't know that that's useful. Like, Ziliax would be cool, but I think Shield Block is fine. What do we draw? Not good enough, I guess. Trying to figure out if it's worth it to bob and freeze. It's kind of annoying.
I wonder.
Yeah, let's... You know what, though? Even if I freeze it, if they attack with their hero, it's still going to hit me. So we're gonna do this then.
What pretty
You
petals!
might confine yourself to linear thinking.
Yeah, so now we're just representing lethal. No cliff dive. Please, no cliff dive. Okay, that's fine. That could be bad. We'll see. Okay. Reasonable enough. But hey, look who I got back. They're just dead. Well, no, not quite. Not quite. Oh, that was dumb. Darn it. Oh well. They could have been dead. Let's see if this does it. Just need 5 more damage. That was a dumb misplay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I can see.
There we go. Got a little too excited to attack with Dracorex there. Whew, okay, 4 games away from Legend. Yeah, no matter how good you get at a game, you always got to keep your emotions in check, because you can get too excited and just pop off on some stuff like that. And thankfully, I still had it. Like, it is possible that I wouldn't have got there with Dream Planner and would have just lost that game, so... Yeah, you are your own worst enemy, and basically, I mean, that's a life lesson, but it applies to a lot of games.
Garrosh versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer. Now you're sailing on
All
my
right.
seas.
4 games away. This is kind of a tough mulligan. I think it's okay to keep these 2. I kind of want to throw back the Sanguine Depths. I could also do this. I'm going to give that a try. I think Sanguine Depths and Elise are probably the quote-unquote correct call. Ooh, that's great. Okay. But yeah, this... the Shadow Flame, I think, gives me some meaningful interaction, plus the Dark Gift minion is awesome. Come on, can we hit the peddler one time, please? Come on now. But yeah. 4 games from Legend. Let's go. Let's go.
The sounds speak, and I listen.
Wow. Good turn for them. Well, Peddler doesn't seem so great anymore. I may just turn 3 Elise next turn. Coin Dream Planner is just bad here. Yeah, I don't think Shadow Flame is worth it. Yeah, this feels bad, but I'm just gonna, yeah, Armor Pass. I don't think it's correct to run anything out here. It does give them the potential to create some more momentum. Good. Okay, good. So yeah, if they played another minion there, then it could be a little tough. But this seems correct. Fire Rack, I don't want to see you for a while, buddy. Yeah, Elise seems fine here. I don't love this play, but I think it
I remember this place well.
gives me some options. This wouldn't be for 2 more turns, unfortunately, but I think that's alright. Let's do this. And yeah, this is great against Shaman. Alright, so pretty solid, yeah. I'm digging it.
Never make two trips.
Oof.
I never make two
Now that's not good. Okay. Okay. So maybe Dream Planner impacting their battlefield was the right call last turn, and then at least this turn, or whatever I get off a Dream Planner. Because, yeah, this will be great next turn. But if I don't have a minion, I don't think I can activate it. Let's do this first. Because I don't want to take 15 next turn. That's just no bueno. This could be okay. 2 turns away, but... yeah, I think that's okay.
Blaze of trail.
What pretty petals.
Yeah, I don't like playing the Peddler there, but it gives me Wind Peak next turn, and it's a minion potentially for Terror Run. I doubt it'll live, but it, you know, it'll eat up some damage hopefully, and then I can Wind Peak next turn. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, so I don't think I can activate Terror Run. Oh, thank God, another Wind Peak. That's phenomenal. So a well-timed Zilliax will definitely help here. Ham the Hungry could be alright also. So that'll be... he'll have charge. He'll only be a 3/3 though. Yeah, I think I got a Wind Peak here. I could Bob Freeze, but then I don't. Then I can't play Wind Peak the following turn. I would have 7 mana. I could ham in something else, but that, yeah, that doesn't seem anywhere near as good. I mean, this could be okay. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me think here. So if I Bob Freeze, yeah, I kind of like the Wind Peak play.
What now?
Yeah, I think that gives me the most potential of living. They're going to have a giant Growfin next turn. Ooh, that's rough. Am I just dead now? 12, 15? Yeah. Jeez. Alright, 2/2. So yeah, Dream Planner impacting battlefield, then Elise turn 4, and then possibly Terror Run or something else would have been, I think, the ideal line of play. So I missequenced. That makes sense. Dang. Yeah, passing the turn there instead of playing Dream Planner was definitely a misplay, but that's I've mentioned this, I think, in the last part of this video series. This is, what, part 7, I think, of the Legend Run series. Yeah, this is part 7. So in part 6, I was talking about how I was hesitant to play this deck because I don't know. It's a new deck to me. I've played lots of Dragon Warrior variations, but this one specifically, I've only got a couple of practice games in with. So there are some intricacies and like sequencing stuff that I'm not completely familiar with. So that was that is what happens sometimes. This could be the mirror. I think it's more likely to be the mirror than it is to be Control Warrior. But let's see. Not the greatest hand. 1 drop would be amazing here.
Behave, you rotten drink.
I think Stone Carver's fine here, yeah. Seems good. I'm always interested to see what version of Dragon Warrior people are playing. So this should be cool to figure out. Because there's probably a good 7 or 8 variations of Dragon Warrior, I think. Not all of them are good, like Keeper of Flame is one of them, and I've played that and I think I went 5-2 or 6-2, something like that when I played it. But I don't think that was a big enough data set to be able to support that it was good. It's fun. It's very interesting, to say the least. Dang, they do have +4/+5. Okay, that could be tough to deal with. But I kind of want to run out the Whelp, but if they have a way to get rid of it before this minion comes out, then it could be tough to deal with, because who knows what that could be.
I wonder.
So I'm thinking Dream Planner might be the way to go. Because that also gives me this for turn 4, which gives me turn 5 Wind Peak. I think that's a better line of play.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Wow. Alright, sure. Vanish could potentially rebuy Dream Planner. How do I want to play this? This will draw a minion, but I don't think that's worth using here. I do want to play a dragon. I think that's huge this turn.
More wishes? No way!
And I guess, I mean, Whelp there doesn't seem awful, but then we're just trading Whelps most likely. You know, if they play their Dark Gift minion, the Vanish will remove the Dark Gift when it goes back to their hand, so hopefully it's a mediocre minion that just was bigger because of the +4/+5. That's,
What pretty petals!
Sure, okay. There's their Dark Rider minion. Ay, ay, ay. Come on now. So at this point, I really hope they don't play Dragon Turtle. No Creature of Madness, so that makes me think potentially no Dragon Turtle. But that could be a tough matchup, because the Dragon Turtle version is pretty aggressive in my experience. Ah, darn it. I was hoping to get a rebuy. Okay, Broodkeeper's good timing.
What horror will hatch?
That plus Precursory Strike seems good. I'll do this first because then I'll take less damage on the attack.
Avast!
I hope they don't play Wind Peak Worm this turn, because I don't want to vanish that. Okay, yeah. They're just straight going to use that there. Interesting. Yeah, we're definitely vanishing here, because that also gives me another use of Broodmate, or Broodkeeper. Yeah. That costs 6 normally, okay. Okay, Dreadwing tells me they could be on a similar version to us. Yeah, you know what?
What now? What pretty petals?
Eye for an eye.
Is our number 3 concern.
It's interesting how they're using Sanguine Depths. I feel like normally it's correct to wait until you're actually going to attack with it, but I guess it makes it so this can't attack. Can't attack into it and live, but that deals how much damage? 8 damage split among enemies. So I'll have one guy left over, just depends on which. No, okay. How to do this here? I can Wind Peak and then Broodkeeper to attack this, but that brings me down to 13, and I'm not sure I want to go that low. Dracorex is interesting here, but doesn't quite do enough. I could just Twisted Nether, honestly. Why don't we do this? I don't want to give up... No, you know what? Yeah, I think this is correct. We're going to trade there. Yeah, I'm not super concerned about them getting their Tormented Dreadwing Death Rattle, considering I also get mine. And holding Twisted Nether means they could just dump some stuff here, and I could just attack and then Twisted Nether everything away. Also, holding Dracorex I feel pretty good. Could have made it... Oh, wow. Could have made an argument for holding this back so that I could Dracorex... Or use it on Dracorex? I don't hate this. I think this is pretty important here. Sure, I lose my own Sanguine Depths, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it hit Dracorex. Let's go. And we've got Fire Rack to follow up with, or Dracorex, either way. Seems good.
My hatred.
Ah, fine. This is crazy. So they're just playing the same version as us. Nice. Nice. That was a big miss. I'm very happy with that. That's awesome.
Astonishing.
So question is how to proceed. I can Dracorex and kill that guy. Not sure it's very good, but I don't think I can afford to take 7 here. Let's see what we get off a Dark Rider first. So that'll be 6 attack, and then I can Sanguine Depths it for 7. Oh no, this is... That costs 8. Yeah, you know what? That's great. That's actually exactly what we want here. And I can even do this and gain more life. Back in business. Let's go. This is a really good game. We are very back and forth.
What horror will hatch?
Yeah, I like Chronolord a lot. I went with Bob for this version. I've seen versions with Bob, Chronolord, or Nomelia. I guess depends on preference, but I'm starting to think that Chronolord's a little better. Bob seems to have more utility though, so I could roll the dice with Fire Rack. I don't know that anything else is going to be as good or have as much potential to dig me out of this. Dark Rider could give me something good, though.
What now?
Question is, can I afford to take 11? Let's give it a try. That's not bad.
I must choose.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna rewind that. Get that out there. Definitely want some armor. Do that. Dang, just missed it. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Much better. Yeah, this mirror match is crazy. Super attrition based. Oof. I was just going to say the Dream Planner seemed to make a big difference in this game for me, and probably going to make a big difference for them here. Depends on what they use now. Yeah, impact the enemy's battlefield. I believe that is the right call. Dang.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
That sucks. I think they're probably going to keep that. No, they're going to rewind that. Okay.
I must choose.
It's pretty good for them. So this will double its attack. It'll be a 14-10. So I can kill this guy and gain some armor. Dracorex could deal 8 to their team. I'm still dead off of this guy, though.
I wonder.
Huh. Yeah, I think actually this doesn't do it, because if I kill this... hey, dude. If I kill their 11 guy, I can kill another minion with a weapon, and then I'm still dead. So I think I just got to Fire Rack and hope for the best here.
My hatred cannot be contained.
Lame. Oh, that's better. Okay, come on. Well, that sucks. Okay.
You really put the old key on.
Alright, 2 and 3. That sucks. Shoot. Okay, 6 games away from Legend. Let's go. Crazy, crazy. 19 games away from a Golden Warrior. That's nice. I neglected warrior for a very long time. It's about time I get that golden hero. Alright, what do we got? Alright, Death Knight should be interesting.
You all lose my brave company.
Now you're sailing on mine.
This is a great hand. Just snap keep that. Whew, as if it couldn't get any better. Hit a peddler, come on. Yes, great. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go peddler here. That works. Because then next turn I can peddler and Dark Rider. Dark Rider's not amazing, but I think it's okay. Interesting, very aggressive. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to peddler here. Let's see what we get off the Dark Rider first, though. Stadium Announcer seems pretty sweet. Chrono Lord is very good, but it doesn't hit leeches.
What now?
Yeah, that's actually a tough choice, because I think this could potentially do a lot of damage. Yeah, let's run it.
What pretty petal perfection!
So I'm tempted to Elise and do the one cost ability so I can coin out. Okay, maybe not. But I was going to say I could coin out that, make a copy of Petal Peddler. Wow! That's a crazy play. Okay, then. So let's do this.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
And we get... I don't think I want to keep that. Nope. We're going to rewind that. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, fine. That's pretty annoying, but at least it's only got 4 durability, so...
I remember this place well.
Interesting draw. One, two, three, four there. I almost don't want to... Okay, so timeout.
I wonder.
I almost don't want to play a dragon because that makes sure this hits this. Because Wind Fury getting the bump is obviously pretty crazy. Gives us a little bit more explosive potential.
I wonder.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to win peak here, though. I could Elise.
I
Yeah, let's do
remember
it.
this place well.
Good stuff.
Petal perfection!
And the crowd goes wild! And the crowd goes wild!
So I'm likely going to lose the Peddler this turn, but that's fine. Wow, okay, sure. Sure. Yeah, 5/5 copy of Peddler seems great here.
What pretty petals!
There are no, I think, yeah, Ziliax I think is the only taunt minion in the deck. Swap your hero power to deal 8 damage to a random enemy. Ooh, and it'll cost 4 less. Wow. I kind of like that, okay.
Petal perfection!
Blaze of trail.
I'm not going to play it right now because I want to make sure that their board is clear when I do use it. So, yeah, we just pass here. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I like Dracorex here. There are a lot of ways to play this turn, but I think Dracorex is fantastic. Yeah, enables Wind Peak for next turn. Gets pumped by Peddler. Like, I could have, like, Shadow Flame and then double attack. But, yeah. Ah, fine. Is that enough to kill Dracorex, though? Yeah, it is. Okay. Looks like they had exactly 13 corpses.
What now?
Let's start with this. No, you know what? Ziliax will probably be the best target for this. Let's do this. Okay. I am not holding anything with a Dark Gift. So, yeah, 4 mana 6/6 lifesteal seems good. 1 damage to all other minions might be relevant, but I'm doubtful. Let's just take that. And then let's do this, this. That should open it back up. Perfect. And then that. Now they have to play a minion, otherwise they take another 8. And if they take another 8, they might just die, because Stadium Announcer, Wind Peak Worm. It's close. It's close.
Everything's set to
Aye. Dang. Alright, that's annoying, but that's what happens. Sure. Seems like Ziliax might not be the right call here, but I am tempted to do it. Precursory Strike could draw quite a few things. Let's start with this, I guess. Frostmourne is great. That is, yeah. So we're gonna get a leech. And what else? Let's kill the other leech. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, the Whelp of the Infinite I wasn't completely sure on, but it seemed worth getting something out there that they will feel the need to kill. Ooh, that's not good.
The citadel stands strong.
But what they don't realize is I'm taking that. That is a 6/6 lifesteal. Let's do this. So I'm going to get a Leech and a Chrono Lord. I like it. And if I have Chrono Lord, then I get an extra Ziliax. Just fantastic all around.
Nightmares never forgotten.
All right. That card is so good. Yeah, that should definitely cost more than 5. That is, that's a crazy good card. Ooh, Windpeak is great. Good draw.
Who could put a price on such
My turn ends here long.
I could.
So they can take one of my minions. I'm not super worried about it, but I do have to be conscious of it. Yeah, I'm thinking about going wide here.
I wonder. Avast ye!
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. That should flip back. We will gain armor. And let's do that. I'm hoping that they play Ziliax so that I can play my Ziliax after using the Chrono Lord. Alright. Yeah, this game is grindy.
The citadel stands strong.
Oh, that would have been a great thing to take with the phony amulet, but that's fine. Also, I could take this too. I don't know if they realized what they just did.
Avast ye.
For real?
Thanks, Buccaneer.
So now I can get 3 Zilliax? For real? Is that the call though? I feel like that's the way to go here. I mean, anything can happen, but this seems like a great position. Ah, they were waiting for me. They baited me with the Blob of Tar. That was very well played. Okay. That was very, very well played.
You really put the old heave-ho into it.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
What? That does not impact the enemy's battlefield. What? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, yeah, I definitely got outplayed there. That was incredible. That was very well done.
I wonder.
Yeah, this is crazy. That was extremely well played. Okay. Well, I've got 10 cards in deck and they've got 4, so if I can make it through whatever cards they have left, then I do have an extra 6 turns before exhaustion. All right. Jeez. Okay. Very well played. Yeah, this person is very good. They know what they're doing. That Blob of Tar play, that was so well done. I cannot believe that. And I walked right into it. I was like, do they... I thought they literally just misplayed. Okay, so if I use Bob's draw and copy ability, I could get a Dark Rider, a Brood Keeper, a Stone Carver, Stadium Announcer, or Fyrakk.
I wonder.
Bob Freeze is not the right call for sure. I don't think I can afford to do nothing. So this is a 6/6 lifesteal. It's not going to gain me any life now, but... yeah, I'm going to pray that I get Fyrakk off to this. Ah, I got Broodkeeper. Okay, fine, fine, fine.
What horror will hatch?
Yeah, that's fine. Man. Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna scoop it up here. Yeah, that's one of those plays to study. Like, Like, they really had the foresight to go run the Blob of Tar. That's nuts. So good. Alright, 7 games away from Legend. Getting farther now, but that's okay. The path is not always straight, so... Wow.
Versus Illitin.
This ends now! Now you're sailing on my seas!
This is okay. I don't like it that much. I'm tempted to throw back the Stone Carver, but Stone Carver's just so good. I'm going to give this a try, but I'm not happy about it. I am keeping the Stone Carver under duress. Let the record show. Because the other thing is this gives me one less shot to draw a dragon for gift wrap. See, like, that's not very good. I don't even know if I want to play Whelp here.
I must choose!
Yeah, I don't think I do. They just hero power attack it. I don't get any additional benefit. Okay, so they're very likely cliff dive. Well, that's a dragon. That's better. Let's do this for now. Then I can go Whelp Peddler next turn. Okay. Yeah, I think I still go Whelp Peddler. Please hit the Peddler. Dang.
What pretty petals!
Man, that Blob of Tar play is going to haunt me. That's going to be one of those things that'll show up in my nightmares. Ay, ay, ay. I should have known better. Ceaseless Expanse is, that's one hell of a card. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm thinking I just run out the Whelp of the Infinite. Doesn't seem amazing, but I think it's a fine play. So this is gonna hatch. They're gonna get 3 more attack. This will be 5. Yeah, that's right. The only other option was obviously the Shadow Flame, which I don't think is the right call here. Very unlikely I get something that costs 2 off of it. Could, but seems very unlikely. Okay, that's pretty good. Fair enough.
like we've got a fight.
There's
for
a
the
dragon.
ages.
I like this weapon, but I don't know that I should leave them with that weapon.
I wonder.
Yeah, we're gonna rewind this, I think. It's very unlikely they discover a card, but they could spell burst and make their hero immune, which would be very helpful for them. Dang. And they got the good one. Of course.
Petal perfection. Avast ye.
Pretty good. Now I'm taking quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, that weapon was unfortunate.
What now?
Sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that. Don't love it, but I think it's okay. That could be cool.
I must choose.
This could be very good, actually. I think Chrono Lord's the way to go, though. Yeah, I have a feeling they're Cliff Dive, and there could be some shenanigans here. So I'd rather be a little prepared for that. Plus, it's a dragon, so I can one-drop it off of this. Yep. Wow. Okay, double sigil is crazy.
Legion 0, me 1200.
Avast ye.
Perçois.
Could have been much worse, I guess. Alright, they now have a cliff dive. And they're playing it, wow. Jeez. Well, I guess I'm just dead.
You really did the old heave-ho.
Perçois.
Yeah, that was well played. Wow. Well, I started, I think, 5 games away from Legend, and now I'm 7 games away from Legend, I think. The path is never straight. That's the way it goes. I'm starting to think that this Cliff Dive Demon Hunter deck is pretty good. Yeah, I always thought that the Briar Spawn did not work that way. Because of, I forget what... I think, yeah, I want to say... Is it Ragnaros? I forget what it was, but I one time cliff dived something, and I didn't get the end of turn trigger off of it. I thought it worked, but I guess it didn't. Maybe it was that specific card, because, yeah, Briar Spawn off of that is phenomenal. That's just bonkers good.
Sailing on my seas.
Alright, very good hand here.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
I'm not sure I run out Whelp here. It's fine. I'm not going to overthink my one drops. If they want to trade, they're going to trade. It's fine.
Care to make a wager, friend?
The dread-eyed wolf fools for rejection.
Well then. Wow, that's pretty busted. Okay. About that. Sure.
Rock number 802.
Oh, because they get the backstab off of that. Doy. Alright. Sorry guys, not playing my best this game. Yeah, this is a pretty bad position now. Shoot. Yeah, I'm just gonna run this out there though, because yeah, passing without doing something is definitely worse. Okay.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Into... Wow.
You really put the old heel into it.
That's very well played.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
Yeah, I think I have to rewind this. I don't want to... I really hope I get a weapon that's still 3 attack. Dang. Dude, alright, that's the worst possible. Okay. So yeah, this game is probably already lost. Shoot.
I remember this place well.
And of course they took Elise. Yeah, I'm a couple cards away from building this deck, actually. Just need this guy and I think one other card? Yeah, we're just super dead. This is crazy. Yeah. Man. Here I was thinking I could get to Legend tonight, but it's a little bit further out of reach. But this is why I'm doing this live, because there is a lot of back and forth sometimes. So 2-6 out of 8 games so far. That's crazy. I went 9-4 in the part, what is it, part 6? This is part 7 now. So yeah, pretty unfortunate. But there's, I mean, that's kind of the way it went. Like part 1 and 2 I did decently, and then part 3 I went like 1-5. And then when I jumped back in, I went like 10-2 and then 8-5 for parts 4 and 5. So yeah, there's always some ebb and flow to this. Alright, this is a pretty good hand to start. Let's do this. Ooh, very nice. Alright, please don't have an answer.
Proportions look good.
Wow. Well, this is gonna suck for them.
Proportions look good. Behave, you rotten drake. A mighty visage.
Don't think you can afford to attack that again. Yeah, they need like infestation or something, but even so, they wouldn't be able to. Well, yeah, if they had infestation, they could throw one stinger at it and then attack my face and then use the 2 grubs at it, but they very obviously don't have it. Maybe they got something else here? Wow. Yeah, they're reaching.
Mighty visage.
Yeah, this one seems in the bag. Fingers crossed. There it is. Alright, a little bit more back on track. Okay, so now 7, 8. Is that 8 games? 6, 7. Yeah, 8 games away, or 8 wins away from Legend. And I think I mentioned this in part 6, but it's only January 3rd right now when I'm recording this. So if this takes me another day or so, I don't mind. I'm just trying to see how quick I can actually get it. I normally take my time doing this. Like, going for Legend in the beginning of the season is usually the hardest, because that's when all the players that actually care about it are trying to go for it also. So, let's see. I think keeping one Sanguine Depths is okay. And it's not a good hand. Let's do that just in case we draw a Stone Carver on turn 2. But seems incredibly unlikely. Like a 7.5% chance. I actually don't hate this right now, because I could use another minion. Cool. Something I will have for next turn. That's good. Yeah, definitely not a great play, but if it gets me closer to stuff I can actually get on the board, that's helpful.
Shaking our stuff.
Quickly.
Alright, what do we got? Whelp doesn't seem bad. Gives us a little bit of board presence. Of course it hit Fire Rock. And I could have held the Whelp for next turn so I get turn 5 Wind Peak, but I think I'd rather release.
These could belong to a brand new
Oof,
species.
okay. Seems pretty good.
It was finding.
It just gets a 2-cost card, okay.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
Whew, that's pretty good.
It was finding.
Well, there's a Stone Carver, that's helpful. Let's see what we get off of this, but yeah, I'm definitely attacking that guy. The Scout is very valuable. Yeah, Terror Run. Yeah, I think a 5/5 copy is still the way to go. And yeah, let's do that too. I really hope they leave the Whelp, because if I make a copy of that with Reborn, that would be amazing. At this point, Stone Carver probably seems like the best target for Terror Run, but that's obviously not something I can do on turn 5. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, that's definitely going. Yeah, I kind of like Stadium Announcer here, actually. That's a decent draw, because that'll give me something to kill the Scout with again, because this scout is so powerful. It's amazing that that only costs 1.
What now?
'Cause if I stone carver, it'll be a 5/5 at the end of my turn if I poke it with this, but they just need to find 2 more damage, and then they also have another turn to play with their scout. So I think this is,
Looks like they've
yeah,
got a fight for the ages.
that is the best call. I think this is fine. I don't love that they have this weapon, but there are much worse things they could get. They can discover cards. That obviously is going to pump it fairly easily, but yeah, the chance of them getting something better or me getting something significantly worse, I think that's high enough that it's probably not worth it here to rewind. Very likely going to play Wind Peak next turn, and then Terror Run Stonecarver the following turn.
Quickly.
That is fair. I can deal 9 to their face. Yeah, I'm actually just going to do that. It lengthens the gap between our life totals. And it gives them something to answer.
I found a sea urchin.
Phew, that was a great one to get back. So they've got double Tide Pool. That's crazy. Tide Pool off of the Scarab keychain. And then double on that. That's nuts. Yeah, very well played. This is craziness. This Hunter deck's very good. In the right hands, it's a very, very powerful deck. So I think Bob Freeze. Ooh, that's nice. Bob Freeze seems like a great call here. Terror Run actually could help. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to Terror Run.
Proportions look good. Proportions look good. Avast ye!
So if I hit this one, it'll be a 7/7. If I hit, kind of a 5/5 and a 7/7. If I hit this one, it goes 5/4, 7/4, +4, so 11/8. I think spreading it around is okay. I think either way they're killing one of them, but this at least spreads the power a little bit.
I found a sea urchin.
Yeah, they got hella tide pools this game. Okay, they're just going for the win, I guess. Jeez. You got more? Wow. Oh, they probably got another, don't they? Yup, there it is. Well, 3-7 after 10 games. That's rough. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more games, kind of see where I end up here, but started off with a lot of hope. 5 or 6 games away from Legend, and now we are much farther. So, I think 9 games away now, or 9 wins away from Legend, which is still very attainable, but that's the way it goes. I always find this happens with Dragon Warrior. There's it's like it's got some really good matchups, but there are just some decks that are very difficult to beat. I like Windpeak Worm against Shaman. I'm not sure how bad of a keep this is, though. It also ensures I have a dragon for these two. It's fairly likely I'll get a dragon, but on the off chance I don't, this hand becomes... Like, if I do this and I get no dragons, this hand is really rough. I'm going to do this, I think. I think it'll be alright. There's a dragon. Yeah, Windpeak is just very good. Especially when you hit him on curve. 5 mana 6/6 plus the battle cry is amazing.
There is little time. Happy New Year!
Okay then, sure.
What horror will hatch?
Avast ye!
Looking good so far. I like the way this hand is shaping up.
Never make two trips.
Annoying, but manageable.
Two trips.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna do this. So next turn I'll go coin this guy, and then I've got Windpeak on 5.
I never make two
Ooh,
trips.
that's pretty good.
I never make two trips.
That is pretty rough. Okay. Wow. Yeah, again, I don't want to, but this could get out of hand pretty quickly, so I gotta try to deal with some of this aggression. Wind Peak will help kind of recoup a little bit. Jeez. That's rough. Okay, Dracorex is helpful. Ooh, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's really crazy. Let's see what we get off of this. I did play a dragon last turn. I guess I should have done that before I did anything else, but that's okay. Maybe Peddler was the play. Sheesh. They've got all of the good things. Holy crap. Very well done. Yeah, at some point I'm probably just going to build Shaman, but I have not broken down and done it yet. Such a good deck. Just incredibly powerful. Well, Stadium Announcer for their Wind Fury weapon will be very helpful, but I do have to take some hits from it first, unfortunately. Next turn, they're going to have their Gigantified dudes, the Growfins. Let's do this.
Dive and destroy. I must shoot. Portions look good.
Cool. So they're very likely going to Growfin and attack that. No, okay, they're going for the weapon. Cool. Ooh, and they're going to hit it twice. They're going to take 10. That's great. Then I'm going to take the weapon away. Obviously, it shuffles back in their deck, so it can come back. But at least I won't take 6 more off of it, or potentially even more than 6. Yeah, let's do this first to get all the information before we Elise. That's good, and yeah, that seems fine to me.
I remember this place well.
I'm tempted to do the 1 mana version, but I think I'm close enough. I'm just going to do the Fire Bloom. Summon a 10/10 copy of a friendly minion. And summoning 6 2/1s could be pretty helpful. 10 damage to all enemies could also be very relevant. But I think this... yeah, it's a lot of dudes. I'm not going to be able to get all of them off of it, but I think it's okay. So now I can like Dracorex, Ziliax, Fire Plume Ridge. It's a pretty good curve. I mean, just assuming I'm alive for... Ay, ay, ay. So they're going to Shutter Block, and then they're going to Growth In. That's bad. So the problem is, if I Ziliax, they're just going to kill him with Growfins.
What now?
And then I don't get to Fire Plume them. I could, So if I Ziliax and I hit these two guys, I'm going to gain 12. It's not going to lose Divine Shield because 0 attack. And then I can just pop that and throw these two at that. And then if they Growfin, that's going to trigger 3 times, so they won't be able to kill all the Ziliax. So in theory that works. In theory, I'll have 1 Ziliax left and I can make a 10-10 afterwards. So we do this, 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 and this. Let's see. It definitely puts me in a better position. And I could always like Fire Plume and then Dracorex the next turn, but... Oh no. They got their own Ziliax. Awesome. That really sucks. Now they got the mini so they can follow right up. Shoot. Okay then. Well, I can Dracorex and kill all of the Ziliax. Then they're gonna Growfin. Definitely gonna kill Dracorex, and I'm kind of in a really bad spot there. But I mean I have to answer this, so that'll be 1, 2. This will be 3. It'll have 18 health. Yeah, I just gotta do that. Oh no, I can only do 2 of them. Just kidding. Yeah, that seems better than the Sanguine Depths. So I have to hope I draw something good here, because otherwise Growfin's just gonna take over the game. Well, that's a good card, but not good enough here. So that's 24 right there. So I can pop that. Yeah, I don't have any friendly minions, so I don't think this is even going to be able to work. It's the only bad part about making a copy. Well, let's start with this, I guess. Alright, well, I'm alive. But for how long?
I remember this place well.
little time.
Yeesh. What are we doing, buddy? You targeting everything with these spells. What? I am so confused right now. Did they seriously not attack me with their 8/8s? I'm very confused at their play, but sure. I get the feeling they're messing with me, because how do you not deal 16 to my face? They gotta have a fire plume, right? Okay. Did they have a stroke or something? What is happening? Okay, hold up. Can I kill them? 1, 2, 3. I've got 18, 21 damage available. Let's see if this gives me any options. Something with charge. Please, something with charge. That's the one I needed.
That's not a valid target.
Ah, okay, I can't. That's so ridiculous. Okay, got lucky. I don't know what they were doing over there, but that's the way it goes, sure. So now 6, 7, 8 games away from Legend. Or 8 wins.
Garrosh versus Illidan.
This ends now! Now you're sailing on my seas!
Decent hand. Okay. There is potential here.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
Yeah, I had a Broxigar and I dusted it because I was like, I'm not playing Spell Demon Hunter, but it being played in Cliff Dive Demon Hunter seems pretty good. Please hit the Gifted Whelp. Ah, fine. Well, that'll be an awesome turn 2 play. Sure.
What pretty petals!
I think if I was them, I would go for the Peddler. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Alright, unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. not going to run this guy out just on the off chance that they find a way to kill it. So at least I get one pump off of the peddler. Okay. Seems pretty good. Yeah, the one thing that Dragon Warrior has a hard time with is when you go super wide. Huh. So I can poke the Blob of Tar and then use this to kill the poisonous one. I don't love it though, but
What now?
I think that's probably the best play here. Okay, that's helpful. Let's see what we get off of that first. No spells that cost 5 or more. 1 mana 4/2 seems okay, especially with lifesteal. And let's drop a peddler, yeah. They play Climbing Hook. Okay. Very interesting card choice. Very tempted to just freeze their guys. I could also draw a minion and make copies.
I wonder.
Now, you know what? We're going to do this. This is going to get pumped by Peddler. And then this will pump Peddler.
Look good.
Oh boy. Alright, so we got some Blob of Tar recursions about to happen. Seems pretty good. So I think I'm going to go Bob and draw minions. Because if it's a dragon, then I can go Gnarlex, play the dragon next turn. I kind of like that. I don't think freezing has enough benefit here because I'm not leading up to anything with the freeze. If I have something else, then it makes sense to freeze, but let's get something good here. Okay, that's reasonable. In that case, let's do that.
Everyone could use
Wow, well done. What they should have done, though, is attacked with a Blob of Tar, traded with the Bob, and then they would have gotten another copy. But yeah, that's definitely game.
You really put the old heave.
I love Caulifero, one of my favorite cards by far. Wow. Alright, well, shoot. I guess I'm going to call this one here. Went 4-8 in total, so a little down from where I started, but 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 wins away from Legend, so I'm going to hit it again tomorrow and see what I can do. So I appreciate you guys watching. The competitive grind is not for everyone. So if you like the fun, silly decks, definitely check out the other videos on the YouTube. I've really enjoyed playing Searing Reflection Paladin, and there's like a silly Grime Street deck on there that I was fiddling with for a while. I try to balance like the competitive and the like the fun, casual decks in there as well. So definitely peep the videos. My Legend crossing from last season is on there as well as like some tips for, you know, players to get to Legend. You know, nothing super crazy, but you know, a lot of things that people overlook. I think a lot of times the simple advice is the best advice, the stuff that you can really incorporate into your gameplay and into your strategy and stuff. So thanks for watching, and big thank you to everybody that's already following. If you're not, consider following, because yeah, it makes a big difference. So big thank you again to everybody. Appreciate you guys. Peace and love.